Hi, and welcome back to ENTP Life. In today's video, we're finally taking a tour of the Euro homes that I went out to Sicily to go buy. For those of you who have already been following the series, you know that they're selling properties in Mussomeli, Sicily for just €1. The reason for that is because they're trying to revitalize the community. And I'm going to show you exactly what €1 buys you. You're also going to see exactly which two properties I decided to buy for myself. So for those of you who are new to ENTP Life and are not already subscribed to this channel, here on ENTP Life, we mostly talk about real estate investing, business, and some of my other interests. Now, I've been doing this series for a few weeks now of how to buy a property in Italy for just €1. You see, I started this channel to try to encourage people to go out there and live their dreams. So if these are topics that are interesting to you, I'm going to take a little time out to let you subscribe. Yeah, go ahead, subscribe. Thank you. And as you watch this video, just don't hesitate to hit that like button and also leave your comments in the comment section below. And without wasting any more of your time, let's check out exactly what you get for $1 in Italy. It has been my life dream to own homes in different countries. After touring Sicily and taking in the sights of the island, I knew this was one of the places I would like to call home. On my way to the meeting point, I came across this 3-story townhouse. It was listed for sale, and I could totally see its potential. I arrived at the piazza at 11 a.m. to meet Valeria, the real estate agent, as well as my contractor Luca and the other prospective buyers ready to take their Euro home tour. We were all here to see if we would realize the same dream of owning abroad. Going into the first house, I was excited. I didn't know what to expect.
No wonder they are €1. I'm assuming that most of them will be the same, isn't it? Jesus Christ, look at that ceiling. Even worse than mine.
That first one was a no. On to the next property, hoping it would get better. Oh man, bombs over baggage. It became quickly apparent that the remaining inventory looked like wartime rubble. All of it barely standing. Property after property, nothing but trouble. Projects best suited for those types who really want to rebuild. Not because of the value, but because they really love it. They love that process. The last property to visit seemed decent on the outside.
Here's another Euro special. These stairs I can walk?
If you go upstairs, don't walk the floor, stay on the staircase.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's safe or not. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take your advice. So the stairs are good here.
That's actually nice. Yeah. So they might have tried to start to fix this.
The first half of the tour focused on these Euro homes, and I think the agent saw that we were pretty taken back by what the quality of these properties were. You see, this program has been going on for a few years now, so I think most of the good Euro properties have already been bought. The agent suggested that we check out some of the premium listings and that we break for lunch. You see, when I came to Italy, I knew that I was coming to buy a property. So I might as well go down and check out these premium listings so I can make the best possible choice. But first, it was lunchtime. I walked back into town to grab lunch at DaVinci, the highest rated restaurant in Mussomeli. It didn't disappoint. Good wine, cured meats, fresh Sicilian pasta, and this steak entree. To wash it all down and warm myself up for the rest of the tour, some grappa, an Italian digestive. After lunch, I returned to Old Town. Round 2 of the tour starts with me trying to find my way back to Via Paolo Valenza. M107 is the 1-bedroom, 5K, decent budget. The first of the premium listings wasn't bad at all. This 1-bedroom corner unit had good natural light, was livable but needed some TLC, but much better than the Euro deals.
This one.
So that's M110 via
Santa Margherita.
Santa Margherita. Number 2. One room off to the left. Up down some strange stairs.
Yeah, here you can have, the door has glasses, so once you open you also have light coming from here.
Gotcha.
So here you have a kitchen with a small toilet and a storage place.
Okay. So one half bath and pantry.
8,000.
Yep.
Okay. First floor, next floor.
This one is only magnifico, isn't it?
No, it's not.
I mean, the stairs.
Here, for example, you come to this space, which is like a kind of storage, but up here there is a bathroom, so you can easily add.
Gotcha.
You're gonna just. No, here is not like because also last winter there was a problem on the roof that the owners already fixed it.
Okay.
So.
You want to be open to the price? Then we open to negotiate.
No, this one is it has an expensive leasehold adjustment. You've heard this.
Now this property was pretty cool, but because of its size and its relative condition, I didn't think it would be the right fit. It had a listing price of $8,000, and Valeria said she had one more property that she wanted me to check out that she thought would be a perfect fit for what I was looking for. The first thing I liked about this property was that it has a killer mountainside view. Second, it has parking right in front and the option to expand to the abandoned house next door. On the inside, the kitchen is functional. The bathroom is in fair condition. I could see that it needed some minor updating, but was technically move-in ready. Here on the second floor, I could add a second bathroom to make it just a little more functional. Moving up to the third floor, you have a second kitchen. This room could be converted to another bedroom or a bathroom. The top floor bedroom faces the front side of the house. It's a cute room for children or for guests. On the way out, another view of the countryside. I was sold. If you haven't figured it out by now, I opted not to buy one of those Euro properties. The two properties I decided to buy was the first one, that was the corner unit, the 1-bedroom, that was selling for 5,000 euros. And the third building with the mountainside view, that one was selling for 12,000 euros. So think about that. Two properties in Italy for just 17,000 euros. And the euro's trading just a little bit more expensive than the dollar. So I'm really paying about $18,000 for these two properties. Now, what led me to choose the premium listings versus the euro listings was that the euro listings were way too far gone, right? So if you look at the very first property that we toured through, that one was pretty much a wreck. And it was about the same size as the one that I was picking up for 5,000. But if you compare the two, if you even go back and see it, you'll see that they're about the same size, but it would take way more than $5,000 to bring it to the same condition. So from a value perspective, the premium listings are far, far better. To renovate these properties is not going to take much money at all. I'm budgeting between 10 and 15,000 between the two. My goal is just to freshen them up, make them a little more comfortable, and try to bring in some decorations and make it a little more modern feeling, because I am going to be using them as vacation rentals, and also I'm going to be staying there from time to time just to kick back and relax. Now with time, I'll continue to change out things, but I'm not going to pour a bunch of money into this, because in reality, this is a vanity project. This is just something for me to buy for myself. I'm not really looking at this as so much of an investment grade property. You see, picking up one of these Euro properties is a purchase of love, right? You have to want to buy into that whole romantic appeal of Italy. But to own two properties outright for less than $20,000, to me is a steal. It's not like Italy's a third world country. Electricity works, water's working, and it's relatively safe. And if you check out the previous videos, there's so much to do in Sicily. There's great food, fantastic beaches. So for $20,000, it's totally a good deal. Think about it, that's less than timeshare money. And we all know timeshares are a freaking scam. In the next video, I'm gonna go over the details of the actual transaction. That's kind of the boring stuff, but it's important for those of you at home who are really thinking about making this move and buying one of these Euro properties or even the premium listings. They have different sets of rules that it kind of is the same as the United States, but there's a few procedural things that you need to do and that you need to be aware of, because you are going to be buying a property in another country after all. Now, what you can expect in the rest of this series, besides just the transactional portion, is me doing the renovations and showing you the entire process of bringing these properties back to life. I'm also going to show you how I photograph properties so that I can make them pop for Airbnb, how to add them to Airbnb, and show you exactly how much money I'm generating over the long term. So if you're really thinking about doing this and you haven't subscribed just yet, make sure you hit that subscription button, because I'm going to be teaching you so much on how to get the maximum value out of these Euro deals and these premium listings. Thank you again for joining me here at ENTP Life. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. Take care.